I'm Jen Savino, and today I am at Sundaes Best Hot Fudge in Wilton, New York, to talk with Katie, the owner, about how she was bitten by the entrepreneurial bug, a little bit more about her delectable hot fudge, and how she can make your day sweet as well.
Well, I think it started when I came out of the womb. I've always been a chocolate lover. As a little girl, my favorite thing has always been hot fudge sauce. And my mom is a sweet tooth, I'm a sweet tooth, and my grandmother, God love her, she lived to be 96, and up until the last week of her life, she was still eating hot fudge sundaes. So as a little girl, after church, if we were good, I was able to go get a hot fudge sundae. That's when stores used to have the little sit down, make your own ice cream sundaes, and it was a perfect treat. So I've always loved hot fudge. My husband's mother, so my mother-in-law, it's her recipe, Marilyn Shinneman. She perfected the recipe probably in the late 60s in Skaneateles, New York, when Jeff was a child. She would make it for churchgoers and friends and family members, and it used to be a huge process. So when the recipe started, we only had a small little double boiler on the stove that would make like 3 jars. So then my father-in-law, he was a big thinker, he went and invested in a bigger double boiler, so they would go to the church kitchen and use the church burners and make the jars of hot fudge, and they'd make a batch at a time. Yes, we have so many flavors. So the first couple years that we did it, we made it in 1 jar. We made it in this size jar, our big jar. 1 jar, 1 flavor, 1 price. It was easy. Once we figured out how to make it in big batches. But then 4 or 5 years in, we decided, oh, wouldn't it be fun to have some flavors? And people were like, what's new, what's new? And I said, okay, we'll start some flavors. And the flavors we decided first, I said, let's do something really recognizable. So we started with raspberry and chocolate, which is perfect, especially this time of year. And then we went to mint. So raspberry and mint with our 2 flavor introductions. I am an original. I like the original, like the bittersweet. I love the coffee, the Java. I've never met chocolate that I don't like, but I really love my chocolate plain, I think. Mm-hmm. I like them all, but I like my chocolate plain. I think spoons, I make these little fried wontons that are pretty delicious for a treat. You take the wonton wrappers, instead of putting sausage and vegetables, you put a little chocolate sauce in there and fry them up, sprinkle with powdered sugar. People are very creative. Although it is also funny because as a marketer, I always struggle with hot fudge. Is it immediately ingrained in your head that it has to go on ice cream? Mm-hmm. So customers at shows and festivals, they say, oh, we eat it straight up by a spoon. And then the more conservative people go, they look at them like, really? And I'm like, yep, try it. It's the best way. And that way you don't get as many calories as well. Just all the calories are in the chocolate. Well, up until the pandemic, we sold nationwide, and we still sell nationwide, but we sell online mostly now. We've really changed our swim, our stroke. We've gone from wholesale and retail direct shows like the Philadelphia Flower Show or craft shows at Ballard Road or CBA. We sell now online at sundaesbest.com.